Hey, I'm Alex from AlexFromSound.com, and today we're going to make simple EDM in Logic Pro X using only Logic Pro X instruments. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to load up a kick. I'm going to make this kick available to you in the description. This is just the kick that I like to use. It's free and it's a nice sounding kick. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a nice 8-bar loop. What 8 bars means is simply 8 bars on this grid. Then I'm going to use the looping tool to make this 8 bars in length, and so now it'll only play to here and then it'll loop back to the beginning. And the way that I went about looping this kick was I grabbed it at the top here and I drug it out, whereas you can hold it from down here and you can make it shorter or longer. This is the looping tool. All you need to do is click and drag. So 8 bars of kick. Now I'm going to go into the ES2 synthesizer and we're going to lay down some cool chords, some nice EDM chords, uplifting, everything you want these chords to be. So first thing we have to do is go to factory default, go to Synth Chords and then Techno Chords, and then straight away you get this sort of detuned chord. So I'm gonna fix that by going to where it says 7 here, and I'm just gonna run my mouse up to 0. So now these are all on 0 semitones, so they should be the same note, just like that. Let me edit this a little bit. I'm gonna cut it off a bit, and then I'm gonna write down a nice melody. Now with this melody, all I'm going to do is do what sounds good. I'm going to write something that sounds good. I'm going to forget all theory. I'm going to forget everything I know, and what I want to do here is just write notes that really sound good to me and make me feel good. Okay, so I have some nice chords here. I will make these available in the description. I'm going to put the project file in the description for you so you can easily access these chords. Let's keep moving. We have to make these chords sound really, really nice, and I'm going to do that with a compressor and some reverb. A little bit of reverb, not much. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the kick up to sidechain the chords, because I want them to sort of go away every time a kick hits. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to duplicate the track that this kick is on, and I'm going to paste it right here. I'm going to send its audio to a random bus. Any bus will work. And then I'm going to take away the outputs. Then I'm going to go here. I'm going to add a new compressor. I'm going to choose Studio VCA and then our bus. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some leads, and the way I'm going to do this is with a synthesizer yet again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on instrument 1 here and just duplicate it. I'm going to come into here and write my melody, and then I'm going to try to figure out what sort of sound that I want to use. Okay, so now I'm going to try to figure out what kind of sound I could put on top of here that'll sound best. Okay, so what I've come up with for some nice leads over top of these chords sound like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is open up Ultrabeat and make a nice drum loop. Okay, so I have a nice couple layers of hi-hats, and those hi-hats sound like this. And what they look like is a layer that looks like this. And of course that layer is sidechained to the kick. And then we have a layer that sounds like this and looks like this. And the reason for all these different color MIDI notes here are that it creates a movement when you can have different velocities on each note. Especially with hi-hats, I think it's very crucial because it adds that human factor to it instead of it just being like a robotic constant sound. Okay, so now what I need to do is add a snare / clap kind of thing. I'm gonna do that with Ultrabeat. This clap is a little heavy, so what I'm gonna do is EQ out some of the low end. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here, and because I think it sounds really cool. I think it sounds really nice, and I think you could definitely learn something from this project file. Okay, so I'm going to play it through, and that'll be the end of the video. So if you took any value from this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to me. It'll really help me out, and thanks for watching.